All right, I wanted to talk a little bit about a project I started about a year ago. It's about phones. So I am not at all a digital minimalist. I am a full-time software developer. Over here, where you can't see, there's a laptop, another laptop, another laptop, a VR headset, an external screen. I'm looking at the computer too much. I'm looking at my phone too much. And there's a lot of other stuff I want to do. I want to finally get good at guitar. That doesn't involve a phone. I'm a Buddhist practitioner. That takes a lot of time for sitting meditation. That doesn't involve your phone. Maybe most importantly, I'm a parent of a middle schooler. And, you got to set the right kind of example. We did finally actually get her a phone, and she's good, quite responsible with it. My phone doesn't go in my bedroom. Her phone doesn't go in her bedroom, this kind of thing. But I wanted to learn to set the right example with this technology for her. So I have to do it for myself first. So I do have an iPhone. I've had one since they introduced it, but I'm finding it's too distracting. It's way too distracting. Now, if I could be the person that just says, I just don't look at it, I just put it over there, that'd be fine. But that doesn't happen. I get worried. I look at the news. I get bored. And I look at this thing. Even though I'm thoroughly trained in boredom and knowing how important it is for you, still happens. But I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm going to use some kind of system or process to get rid of this. So a year ago, I got pretty into this idea of the new dumb phone movement that's going on. So I did try that. I bought an expensive, fancy flip phone, which was a Sunbeam. And I popped my SIM card out of the iPhone and I popped it in there. And it sucked. It was good for some things, but the main problem is that my parents are on iPhones. They're on iMessage. Other people are on iMessage. And I was in group chats and such. And we noticed that I was missing stuff. I was missing messages. This is a corporate problem. Apple won't work with Google, blah, 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 blah. But the basic thing being, my mom would send some message. I wouldn't see it. My wife would have to say, oh, did you see that message? Like, no, missing some event or whatever. And so me wanting to make this switch started to be a pain in the ass for other people. That's no good. So I need to find some way to do this where I can make this kind of switch to getting off of the iPhone. Oh, why get off the iPhone? Sorry. Mainly what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to text with people, call people. I still need to be able to communicate with people, but I don't want a web browser. I don't want a web browser on my phone. Apple doesn't let you do that. So at the moment, what I'm trying at the moment is the most me way of solving this, which hopefully is just a transition, which is two phones. So, day phone, night phone, or day phone, weekend phone, whatever. So what I did was, my plan's on US Mobile. It's super cheap. A plan for both of these two phones together is like $20 bucks, $25, something like that. So I bought a Google Pixel 4a. It's 2024. Google Pixel 4a off eBay for 75 or 85 bucks. I got a second phone number. I popped the SIM card in here and I deleted the web browser. And I put one of these beautiful minimal launchers on there. Minimal launcher meaning it's just words. So I just put the few apps I use the most, YNAB right up top, Obsidian, Weather, Spotify, Photos, Maps, Pocket Casts, and Messages. So what I'm doing at the moment is the phone number that I've had for my life and that everybody I know has, that the bank has, that all my friends have, that everyone I want to talk to, and people sometimes I don't want to hear from. Everyone has this number. This number, only my wife and my kid have it. So if I want to go, if they're going out somewhere, if I'm going to work, if I'm going on a hike or something, they can reach me. I can reach them. I can't look at the news because I don't have a web browser. Of course, notifications are off. I can still write notes in write notes in Obsidian. I can still do budget stuff in YNAB, which is fun. I can take pictures. There's Google Maps, podcasts, and the weather. That's great. It's kind of like, this is working really well for me. I find it mostly not distracting, helpful, and so far, I'm not using it to deprive myself of boredom. And what I mean by deprive myself of boredom, we'll talk about it more in other ones, but boredom is so important to understanding your mind and to working with yourself. What I'd like to do is, I think, switch the number from this, to the Google, turn this thing off entirely, stick it in the closet, and see how well Android and this thing does for letting me separate my messages out, right? Because once again, what am I trying to do? What am I trying to do with my life? I'm trying to make things. I'm trying to make videos. I'm trying to make, I was a record producer. Did I make that? No, I didn't. I love that album. But this is for a play. I was the sound designer for this play. This is Toy Soldiers. That's one of the last full albums I made, and I was super proud of it. So I want to be making more things. I want to be doing more sitting meditation. I want to be making more podcasts, right? And all of that stuff is not helped by being distracted by a freaking phone in your pocket. So sure, the phone is useful, revolutionary device, blah, 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 blah. You can do all this stuff with it, blah, 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 blah. But if you're like me, you can also get super distracted and look up and realize, did I just spend 45 minutes flipping through somebody's videos that are totally wasting my time and not helping me make anything? Yes, I did. So even though I'm making things for YouTube, I don't want that anywhere near my phone. What am I pointing at? It's a GoPro. Okay. That's where we're at. I will update more on this if I find something useful for you. And, this is practice.